So I got this movie about a month and a half ago on DVD. I didn't see the trailer. I didn't go and watch it in theaters. It's a prequel. I wasn't very hyped about it. Prequels with horror characters, to me, I don't think I've seen one that works. If they're like giving more backstory on the characters, fine, maybe, but they still don't really work because you know that these characters aren't going to die because they're still alive in later movies. Technically later movies, even though prequels usually come after other movies. So a bit confusing there, I guess. The strangers die in the second one. They die in Prey at Night. A lot of people didn't like Prey at Night. I really enjoyed it. I thought it was better than the first one. But that's just me. This movie wasn't great though. I didn't really care for it. We got Ryan and Maya. Ryan, his name's said a lot. They call him Rye at some points. I don't think I've ever heard anybody call somebody Rye as a shortened version of Ryan. That's not like a criticism of the movie. I just wanted to point that out. That was a bit weird to me. Movie opens up with an opening kill. I don't believe the first Strangers movie had an opening kill. The sequel did. But I don't believe the first one did. I liked that they were a bit different. It made sense in the sequel why they had an opening kill. They were killing the grandparents. So, the people that were coming didn't have anybody to go to. But in this one, it's just some fucking random dude. We find out who that is later in the diner, pretty early on in the movie, because apparently he's like some big shot that went to go stay at an Airbnb or whatever, and he got killed. And he's missing, and the reward is like $10,000 if you find him. Crazy. But yeah, it's a pretty lame kill too. He's just running in the forest, falls down, and he just kind of accepts his fate. Doesn't even have like a major injury that I could tell from watching it. I didn't go back and rewatch or anything. But he just kind of falls down, and then Baghead puts an axe in his face, and they don't even show it. So, pretty fucking lame. Ryan and Maya have to go to an Airbnb because their car doesn't work. It's implied that maybe one of the folks in the town, Rudy, may have like siphoned their gas or something because the car was working fine, and then when they come out, it's not working. Maybe Rudy and them were fucking working with the strangers or some shit. Who fucking knows? Because this movie ends with a to be continued. Hopefully, if they make another one, it's better than this one. Because I didn't like this. It's not great. Characters make so many dumb decisions. They write shit off. A lot of horror movies write stuff off, like paranormal movies. Someone will see some super fucking freaky ghost shit, and then the husband won't believe him, and he'll have like the dumbest excuse ever. This movie has something like that, where she smokes weed, sees somebody in the house with a mask on, and goes to go hide. She hears footsteps in the house. She's hiding from them in the closet. And then when Ryan comes back home from going to go get her food and getting his inhaler, she's just like, maybe I'm just... Well, he says it, but she believes him. That she fucking saw somebody because she smokes weed? He says it's like strong shit or whatever, but that's so fucking stupid. Weed doesn't do that shit. She didn't take mushrooms. That's so fucking stupid. But yeah, she literally gets scared. She hears all these noises. The fucking weird ass girl says it's Tamara Holman comes back. She sees somebody in the house. And yeah, she just... Well, she's She just writes it off because her boyfriend said so. Okay. Also, weird shit was happening, and she felt unsafe. She says out loud, I hope Ryan gets back soon. Yet she just fucking does what I was just talking about. She turns a record on and starts smoking. I guess smoking might help you calm down, but I don't know why you would do that when you are freaked out. And on top of that, she goes and takes a shower. Oh my god. You feel unsafe in the house, and instead of just like hiding in a room or something, you're just gonna act like nothing's wrong. Okay, that makes sense. They're eating dinner now. He's a messy eater, and ketchup is dripping out of his burger or whatever. And then eventually there's more dripping, but it's in a different area, and they realize, oh shit, it's blood, and it's a dead chicken. The strangers, who have never killed an animal before, killed a chicken in this movie for some reason. Like, weird to me anyway, because, like, they didn't kill the dog in the sequel, but I guess they wanted to freak them out, so they killed a chicken. These characters just make dumb decision after dumb decision. Like, there's so many, I'm probably gonna forget some. One of them is they know people are in the house. They eventually do know for 100% sure they know people are in the house. That's after the chicken thing. They go and hide in a room in the house. For all they know, there could be people in that room. And they know these people are in the house. Go outside, get on the motorcycle, and fucking leave. Eventually, they do decide to do the motorcycle thing. But obviously, it's too late now. The baghead guy, he comes in, breaks the fucking door a little bit, then he just walks away. They assume that these people are leaving, and they're going, oh, they're fucking with us, because this movie's got to spell out everything. So they try to go get on the bike, and it just fucking explodes in flames in front of them. And then they go and hide in the bathroom this time. And luckily for them, there's a crawl space. They decide to go in the crawl space. I would have just hid there. Not gonna lie, I would have just hid there. But they're not that smart. Because apparently there's like a nail in there for some reason. In a crawl space. Like, I understand the rat and the dust and stuff. But she, like, puts her hand through a nail. So now he's got to, like, remove it. And he apologizes to her and says he's so sorry that he had to do that. Then they crawl out of the crawl space and they go and hide in a shed. They are able to find a gun. They shoot at Baghead and he runs off, and so does the other person. The characters in this movie are just fucking pussies. The strangers are just pussies. I don't remember them being like this in other movies. Like, I mean, I'm not expecting them to want to get shot, but there's just a lot of running off in this movie. Oh, I'm being shot at, run away. And there's just a lot of that. They redo the thing from the first movie, but it's nowhere near as impactful. In the first movie, the wife and the husband have a shotgun to defend themselves, just like this movie, and the husband accidentally shoots his own friend that came up to check on them. Really impactful. You know what they do here? Some random guy named Joe that owns the Airbnb shows up and he accidentally shoots him. So, of course he's able to get the keys and they decide to try and take off. But the strangers ram into them. Even though Maya made sure to grab the shotgun. She's like, wait. And he's like, what? And then she goes back and grabs the shotgun. Even though She made sure to grab the shotgun. She doesn't use it in this scene. He doesn't use it in this scene. They just got fucking rammed, and she's just telling him, hurry, drive, drive. Fucking use the shotgun. Why'd you grab it if you're not gonna fucking use it? That's so fucking stupid. Oh my god. Eventually he does use it. But it's only after the car's been like crashed to fucking shit and he's leaving the car. Like, he like kicks the windshield open and like shoots at the guy, and Baghead runs away again. Since once again I mentioned this is a prequel, he corners Baby and he's about to kill Baby, and he's got to say this badass line. I actually kind of like this line, but it's stupid because we know he's not going to kill her because it's a prequel, so it just kind of ruins that. He's like, you know how they always say the first kill's the hardest? You're my second. I liked it, but I knew he wasn't going to kill her. So, of course, Baghead comes out from nowhere and knocks him out. And we get the scene from the first movie. This is kind of their way of killing people when they can do that, is they tie him to a chair and they stab him. They do that, but the police come, so they take off, and they get there in time to save Maya. Maya survives, Ryan does not. And she wakes up in the hospital, and it says to be continued. What? What are they going to continue? Is she going to go and try and attack them in a movie called Strangers Chapter 2 or something? She's not going to kill them. We know they die in the sequel. She's not going to kill them. What are they continuing? Did not like this movie. No good kills. Nothing really tense about it. The only thing I thought was cool was the idea of them having a crawl space. And that was it. The strangers just weren't as threatening as they were in other movies. They were just kind of there. They felt like generic characters. They didn't feel like the characters I loved in the first two movies. They even have, like a stereotypical creepy dance scene where, two of the killers are dancing together. Or a stereotypical scene with, the killer washing her while she showers and then he disappears when she looks. Like, this movie just feels so bland and uninspired. I really regret buying it on DVD. But hey, I did, and I watched it, and it's content, so whatever. It's not the worst movie I've ever seen. It's not even in the top 100. But it's not great.